Last week, we received this small update. They added this progress in the play menu, which was actually kind of useful, and they also fixed some stuff with the AUG and SG scopes. But of course, with Valve, when they're implementing these new stuff, it never goes according to plan. So we're going to talk about that, some hidden stuff behind the scenes, and today's update right after SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is an automated service that lets you trade skins instantly for a fee. Sign up now and get up to $5 bonus. Simply add items from your inventory, then find skins that matches your current balance. Site offers live support 24/7. You can also top up your balance if you're missing a few dollars, and there's a lot of skins to choose from. Visit my link down below to get to SkinsMonkey. Alright, today's update's first patch note is fixing the AUG and scope stencil filter bug near water surfaces. Here's the context you need. When Valve dropped the Season 2 update, they tweaked the scope dots on the AUG and SG, which Jackie made a great comparison for, but then people like Gabe Follower noticed some issues. So Valve saw it, tried to fix it, which they almost did, but something was still off when being in water. Notice how the black squares appear for like a split second? That only happens in water. Make it make sense. But today's update finally fixed that as well, so we've reached the end of this story. What's funny though is how they only mentioned the AUG. The SG was sort of forgotten, like a long lost brother. But Valve obviously meant both. Moving on, let's talk about the season progress thing they added in the last update that I didn't cover, which again is a nice addition because it gives you a better idea of where you are with the medal. But if you're running the game at a lower resolution, the progress looks a bit strange. Today's update fixed that, which again shows how Valve likes putting stuff into the game, then letting us discover that something isn't well implemented, so they can finally fix them in a following update. Then they fixed certain panels not rendering transparently when using CMMA2 and HDR performance combined, but nothing really stood out for me at least. But this next one for the improved dynamic radar scale to snap size is actually worth talking about. Now this feature is new from Premiere Season 2 last week, but before today's update, if something was removed from the map, the radar would instantly shrink. Today's update improves that behavior so that it waits at least a few seconds before shrinking. This behavior makes a lot of sense. It gives you a moment to realize what's going on before the radar starts shrinking and hiding possible information away from you. And along with that, they apparently fixed radar scale settings to support the full range, which I didn't even notice. Moving on, if you've ever used the train inspection scenery, you've probably noticed these trains in the background start moving. But before this update, if you left the inspection and returned to the main menu, you could still hear the trains, regardless of the scenery you have in the main menu. Valve's solution to this? Just remove all background sounds. Kinda weird not hearing the trains at all, but honestly, it works. The inspection should be the main focus anyway. Now for this next patch note, I couldn't figure it out on my own. Ale showed me this Reddit post from Turkey the One. Maybe this is what Valve is referring to. So if it's related to this somehow, then it's a pretty big fix. And even if it is or isn't, thank you, Ale. This last patch note is just a technical fix for local servers, won't affect online play, but let's quickly talk about some of the hidden features or updates. Fun Philosopher 2535 on Reddit noticed that Valve added some kind of anti-glare effect to scopes when they changed the dot size. You can see now how it's darker. Speaking of things being darker, have you noticed the gold medal not looking too gold when it was first revealed? Well, this Reddit user, whose name they noticed it too. Then Beep Isla, I presume, came through with this command that lets you inspect the Season 2 medal with the 5 gold bars. And sure enough, Valve, last update, made it brighter. And if you ever wanted to inspect every version of the Season 2 medal to see how they look, Epidemic has a spreadsheet that lets you do exactly that, which I'll link down below. Here's one little last nugget. Valve added a new console command called CL Iron Sight Use Crosshair Color. This was also introduced together with the new scopes. It's a really nice missing feature that I'm surprised wasn't mentioned at all, but I'm definitely gonna use it. So when you know what to look for, as you can see, this update and the previous one was pretty meaningful. But I have to say this, all this stuff was bundled in together with Season 2. And speaking of Season 2, I played my first 4 games last week. I was excited, hoping for the best, expecting the worst. We did win 3 out of 4 games, but the one we lost was against a cheater. And look, I wasn't expecting a cheat-free experience, but losing to someone not because they were better, but because they were cheating, especially when the season just started, is just demotivating. Back in CSGO, if you can believe this, my friends and I had clean games in matchmaking, and I can confirm this through other people that I know as well, that it was possible to play and really avoid cheaters. So getting hit with one in our first Season 2 loss isn't exactly making us eager to keep playing Premiere. But hopefully things get better, and let me know if you've run into cheaters yourself, or if you've had some clean games. and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.